Today we're doing an overview of the instrument panel on a 2010 Ducati Hypermotard 796. I'll just go through some of the settings, different options, and how to navigate. So first thing you want to remember is, or take note of, is that the controls on the left handlebar is what you'll be using to navigate and set and reset different things. So you have this switch that moves up, you have your switch at the bottom that moves down, and you'll be pressing in on your turn signal indicator, just like you would cancel it after you use the left or right. So let's turn her on and you'll see the startup screen. Kind of says Hyper USA 796. You can see it defaults to the odometer, and let me get a better angle there. So let's see, let me zoom out, and the first thing we'll do is we'll scroll up. You can see that now it's on the trip setting. If I hold the button all the way up, notice it resets. So that's how you reset your trip setting. If I push up again, I get to the time. From here we can't set the time, but if I push on the button on the switch downwards, now we get to a different kind of menu. So you see your battery reading, it's flashing because I've had the bike on for a little bit, and there you go, actually it flashes when it gets below 12 volts. When the bike is on, you can use this setting as well to see what the voltage is, how it's charging the bike. So if you had any battery problems, that's a good way to determine. So this is a good standing battery. I'm going to scroll up on the setting so to go to the next option, which is time. So here we go. So now it's showing the time, it shows set. I'm going to press in on the turn signal indicator. I'm going to hold it, holding it, and now you can see the PM is flashing. I'm going to press up on the switch to toggle between back and forth. I want to leave it on PM, so I'm going to press down on the switch to go into the hour and minutes. So now you can see the 8 is flashing. I'll just press up on the switch to change the time. I'm going to press down to move to the minutes, and let's say the minutes are all set. That's my time. I'm going to press again on the turn signal indicator, pressing in to set it. So I'm holding it, Sorry, you know what, my mistake. Actually, you press down one more time. Yeah, and if you actually just leave it, it'll set by itself. So, okay, let's go to the next option in here. I'm gonna press down, we get to battery, do it again, RPM. When the bike is on, you will see the current RPMs. As I rode the bike, it seemed like this setting would stay just for a little bit, and then it would move back to its default speedometer and odometer reading. So looks like you can't leave this on while you're riding, but you can see it initially for a glance to see what your RPMs are. I also couldn't find an RPM limit warning light setting. These 3 lights are your RPM warning. So as you get, I think it's around close to 8,000 RPM, all 3 lights here will flash red, and you'll know that you're at the rev limiter. But I couldn't find a setting here to adjust that lower, like most bikes have that. So let's move on to the next one. Battery again, set, erase DDA, off DDA. This, I believe, is some mechanics like analysis they can do to pull data off the bike. So I just left this off, which is default. Switch over to memory lap and lap timer. So lap timer, if you want, you again press on the turn signal indicator in, and you hold it, it turns on. And before we move on to light, let's go back to memory. If you hold that in, you know what, real quick, actually let me go over to light, because once we do the memory lap, I'm gonna have to turn it off. So light set, I'm going to hold the indicator in. You'll see it says now light max. If you flip the switch up, now your light is the minimum setting brightness. One more time up. Sorry, that was mid. This is min. One more time is max, which is what I have it set for. So since I like that max light, I'm going to press in on the indicator. And now it's set. Last one is, we're kind of going backwards a little bit, oh yeah, memory lap. So on this one, you can review the lap times you did. If you press in, you'll notice that you'll see times. There's your clock timer and how many laps. I believe if you keep going up, you can go all the way to about 30 laps. And then when you want to come back to 0, or the first lap, you press in on the indicator and hold it, and it returns to 1. So I actually haven't used the lap timer. Maybe the bike has to be on, but I haven't found a way to actually trigger the timer to start counting. So there may be another trick to way to do it, or just have to have it on or start moving. But that was the overview of the instrument panel. Hope that helps in what you want to do. And at this point, I couldn't find a way to exit out of these settings here, so I just turned the key off. That's it. And last thing is that this kind of an anti-theft warning light that always flashes when the bike's off. Hope that helps.